We are sitting down with forestry experts to ask them your tough questions. This is Ask a Forester. Hey, Kyle.
Hey, Sarah.
Welcome to Ask a Forester. Tell us about yourself.
So Kyle Williams, and I just finished my 20th wildfire season here in Oregon. So I've been around it for quite a bit.
Yeah, Kyle is one of the leading state experts on wildfire in Oregon. So one question we get a lot, and you're a perfect person to answer this, is some people think we're seeing a lot more wildfire recently, and should we maybe just learn to live with wildfire?
So first piece, it's interesting, a lot more wildfire. Actually, we've been experiencing about the same number of wildfires in recent past. What's happening is a lot more acres are burning.
Okay.
And so that is a little bit different. And then I think when people say we just need to learn to live with wildfire, it depends on what they mean. I think what they mean is we should be letting wildfire burn. It's a natural process, right? Why would you try to stop that? That's the problem we've got. The reality is it's not 200 years ago anymore. It was possible when we had several millions fewer people living in the state that smoke could happen all summer long and it may not impact folks.
I see.
There's 4 million people that live here now. And so every time we have a summer where you've got smoke from July to August, September into October, you end up disrupting people's lives, businesses, major health impacts. All of that is different than past history.
What would you like to tell people who say we should just learn to live with fire?
Well, I'd like to reframe what that statement means. I think it's okay to learn to live with fire if what you mean is we harden our communities, right, through defensible space and planning and those kinds of things. We create resilient landscapes through active management, thinning, preparing those forests for low severity fire again,
because we're going to have fire.
Because we're going to have these fires, right? I mean, that's what we know. And then aggressive suppression during the times of year when wildfire can cause the most damage. And that's right. Things you think about, average fire seasons, July to middle of September here in Oregon. That's when we should be aggressively suppressing every wildfire we can so that we don't have all these negative impacts from smoke and damage to private property and loss of timber resources and all that kind of stuff we've been seeing certainly over the last decade in an accelerated fashion.
So it's about preparing so we're ready for the fire when it comes so we can put it out, and then on the off season when we can actually maybe prevent smoke from intrusion into communities, then we work on controlled burns.
Spot on. Again, reframing what it means to live with wildfire into actually purposefully planning, addressing the problem, and like you said, introducing fire during the time of year when you can actually control it, plan for it, predict with the weather forecast where the smoke's going to go so that you don't impact communities in a negative way for a long duration. All that's possible. You just have to have a plan and really be intentional about how you're doing it.
Okay. All right. Cool. Thanks.
Yep.
We'd love to hear from you. If you've got a question you'd like us to answer, send an email to info@OregonForestsForever.com. Thanks for listening. See you next time.